MTG and take the ride. Take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Take the ride. subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. Hello, my friends. How you doing? Wait a minute. I thought that the camera would look different. Hold on. Wait, is the mic muted? Nope, we're good. Okay. Hold on. Hold on here. 1 second. Bam. Bam. There we go. There we go. Womp, 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 womp. Whoop, 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 whoop. Welcome to the Techno Zone. What's up, my friends? How you doing? Let me grab the live stream link. We'll share it in the Discord, and then we'll go from there. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Wow, I think that the lenses on these are kind of greasy. Everything's looking a little bit blurry. Well, I hope I don't have a heart condition. All right. His heart grew 2 sizes that day. It's like, no, that's a medical emergency, not a reference to the Grinch. Guys, help. All right. Let me grab. Oh, no, I already did that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to grab the live stream link and share it again, right? Okay, let's go with our hellos. What's up, Anthroplasm, Jess, Eng, Zircon, Larry, Hurst, Spurl, Shelton, Teferi, Kentucky, Peterson, Hepster, Gerthulu. How are you guys doing on this fine Thursday evening? I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about the Deathgate Cycle books to start out with. I will fully admit that when it comes to deciding what the streams are going to be about, I'm a little bit grasping at straws because things are a little bit wild. Things are a little bit wild in my life and my mind right now, you know? So just like, we're just going to, well, I mean, what am I saying? Most of the time we just wander around to random things anyways, right? What up, Lewis? Sparl, how am I feeling today? You know what? I've been kind of all over the place. I'm gonna be 100% real. What I'm going through has been more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, right? Big life changes are big life changes. So, you know, overall, I'm okay. You know, like, everything's gonna be okay. I feel like there are some people, like, you never know how people are gonna be on, like, what am I trying to say here? People can say they're one way and be another way, right? What up, Peppers? What up, Tim? Oh, you know Deathgate stuff. Nice, buddy. That's awesome. I just recently have discovered it and have been enjoying it quite a bit, actually. It has been a nice bit of distraction. I actually took this with me out. I decided I was just gonna go out and have lunch at a place because it was like, just go out, have a lunch somewhere you like, and then the meal actually sucked, bro. It was so disappointing. I was like, okay, you know, I've been cooking the meals for myself. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go to a sit-down restaurant, not a fast food place, because I have been comfort eating fast food. So I'm gonna go to a sit-down restaurant and have like a chicken parm sandwich with a side of fries. And normally this place delivers. Like, it's pretty good. But no, it came out, and why is my elbow hurting? I don't know what's going on, but I've got like random pains in my body. And I've actually read that, like, when you go through super stressful stuff and you're feeling depressed or whatever, it can literally cause like random pains, which is so strange. What is it? Psychosomatic responses or whatever it is? I don't know. It's definitely odd. So it's distracting. I'll tell you that right now. Ugh. So yeah, I went out to have the sandwich or whatever, and it looked so thick, but it was like full of air or something. The chicken was just this hammered flat, almost a little rubbery. It was really disappointing, and it was tough to bite into, and I'm trying to like minimize a bit of the pressure on my jaw. So ultimately it was really a letdown, you know? Thompson, what's up, buddy? Thanks for turning me on to the Deathgate Cycle, and don't you dare trim that down to a clip that just says, Thompson, thank you for turning me on, and jerk off to it all day, because I will be very, very disappointed in you, young man. Oh. Zircon, getting sick of disappointing restaurant food is what drove you to finally learn to cook? I'm not going to lie. As I walked away from the restaurant, I said to myself, it's like, you could just make this yourself, bro. Like, I have to learn. I know how to use a stove, no problem, right? Like, but the air fryer, stuff like that, I don't really know what I'm doing with that kind of stuff. So I have to figure out. The good news is I'm a smart guy. So I don't have any concerns that I can learn to do something like that, like, at all. But I also know that, like, currently I'm feeling kind of overloaded, and I'm caught between this, like, I want to get so much done. There's so much I want to do, and I want to push through, and I can't. Like, it's hard right now. So I ended up taking a big nap this afternoon. I don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten enough sleep. I still haven't caught up on all the sleep I missed for the last month and a half. And I'm on an emotional roller coaster, boys. Some mornings I'll wake up and I'm like, yo, I'm okay. And other mornings I wake up and I'm like, not so good. I haven't woken up, like, despairing. Well, that's the point I want to circle back around to. There are people who are worried about me. Like, I might do something drastic. And there's zero chance of that. Like, zero chance, my friends, at all. No worries about that at all. Like, for real. The worst you have to worry about is me just being sad and kind of pushing through it and getting to where I need to be. I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. The tunnel's going to be longer than I thought, and it's going to be sadder than I thought. So that's fine, though. That's fine. You know what I mean? That's life, and life's got a lot of ups and downs, and I've got some tools to help me with this. I've had some real struggles in the last number of years, and I've learned techniques that help you deal with them, and I just have to kind of brush them off and bring them into play. So I've sat down with that book that I got yesterday in a notebook, and I'm just working through things. So I'm gonna be good. So I'm gonna take these streams as an opportunity as well to give people updates as to what's going on, because the people who care the most about me are going to be the ones coming to these streams and stuff, and they're the ones who are going to be most worried about me. There'll be other people as well, but this helps kind of alleviate concerns that people may have, because there's a lot of people reaching out to me offering to give me a friendly ear to talk to or whatever, which is really nice. It is genuinely quite nice. And yeah, it's just like, it's all good. It's all good. Jess, you fell down and bruised your knee. Well, it's not that big a deal, is it? Doomblade Super Chat says, here's the money I wanted to send the other day. I hope you're doing well. I know it's hard, man. Wait, can you see it's hard? Thanks, Doomblade. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. We all know heartbreak. I got to admit, actually, I was thinking about you today when I was thinking about how hard relationships and everything can be, and how quick people are to cut you off over nothing. I'm not talking about my situation, because obviously that's something completely different, because we did things in an amicable way, and we're still friends and all that stuff. But like, just how quickly people will abandon you, you know, and how you just kind of, like, the new era of people are online all the time and they don't interact the same way. They won't discuss things the same way, you know? So that's got to be rough. That's got to be genuinely rough. All right, hold on 1 second here. Just got to send a friend a message saying thank you for being there for me. Okay, there we go. I got some people who are reaching out to me on a pretty much daily basis. So, you know, I want to make sure that they feel appreciated, because it is appreciated. Sometimes we talk about serious stuff. Sometimes we talk about light stuff. whatever. I'm in a weird spot right now where part of me is like, bro, just focus on like entertaining people, focus on goofiness, don't worry too much about all this stuff. But also, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can bring it on that level, truthfully, And I just worry that, yeah, maybe I'm not doing as good a job, but I got to throw all that aside and just go, screw it. You just got to make it through this. The fact that I'm even here streaming is a big accomplishment because part of me just wants to lay on the floor and stay there for a while. You know what I mean? But that won't really solve any of your problems, friends. Sparrow cooking can be a good way to get your mind off stuff. Anything that gets you like more deeply involved and thinking focused in on it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And feeling like you're doing something. So I've been making little improvements here or there. And there's these stickers on the backsplash in the kitchen. And it's like flowers and butterflies. It's very girly stuff. It looks quite nice. She did a great job with it, but it's no longer appropriate for this place because it's my place. And so I'm just like each day, I didn't think they would come off at first, but they actually are peeling off and not damaging the paint, which is great because I thought I was going to have to do this whole crazy thing and repaint the walls, and it felt like way too much. But now I can actually just peel one sticker off a day, and it's slowly going to transform. It's like a process marking the transformation over time, and I find that to be satisfying. Larry just finished playing Don't Escape. Yeah, you know what? I remember those. Games. They're fun. Yeah, Doomblade, you are correct. You're lucky in that it was a boyfriend and girlfriend. But I mean, when it comes to the way that me and Carly did it, we don't have to go through all kinds of craziness now. We sorted everything out pretty much. So now it's basically just, obviously I meet the terms of everything that she's owed or whatever over time. But other than that, it's just straight up in a year, the stuff gets finalized and then it's just considered completely done. And in the meantime, there's little things that have to be cleared up where she's like, yo, did I accidentally leave this here? And I'm like, nope, you didn't. Or check it out, I found this little piece that goes to something you have. So there's just tiny little things here or there. But I mean, it is what it is. Part of me wishes that it had been a big old drag down fight, because then it'd be like, oh, I could just be kind of like, leave me alone, I don't like you, right? But it's just like, oh, I wanted to have the best life. And I will feel more comfortable when I'm less afraid for her. And I don't know. Yeah, it's just like when you take care of somebody for that long and they are dependent on you, it's difficult to not be worried about their future. But the reality is that's no longer my responsibility or my privilege. I can worry about her as a friend, but not as the person who's responsible for her anymore. And the reality is she is a totally capable individual who can take care of herself. She doesn't actually need to have somebody take care of her, right? And then there's the fact that we got through all of the hardest stuff together, and now she can go on. So I just look at it with pride going, this is dope that I was able to help her get to the point where now she can handle stuff on her own, and I don't need to. I mean, she's always been a capable person, but at a certain point, life beat her down to the point where she needed a lot of help. So, there's a whole mixed bag. Boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever. You can leave easier, but also you didn't have the same depth of connection. Life has a lot of different kind of trade-offs with that, Jess, on the plus side, your knee doesn't hurt until you focus on it. It's funny how that you can have parts of your body that will totally be fine, and then you focus on it, you're like, what the hell? Bo Falcon, what about the Knights of Knee? What about them, buddy? You're asking Jess if that triggers him. For some reason, I hopped to Monty Python right away and did not make the connection. You clever bastard. Kensiki, focus on my ball bag. Hold on. It is currently sticking more to the right side than the left. Watch out for tennis elbow. Oh no, is that one? No, that can't be it. I have not been furiously slapping the monkey around. So, a Legend of Zelda movie's coming out in 2027. Nice. While correct, it is a process and it will take time. And I do have to say that I very much appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. This time frame and these live streams are actually anchoring me in a way. Like, The rest of my day is a little more up in the air. Am I going to be doing a video on magic? I did some magic. I did some research for another video, and there's other things going on. Little bits of improving the house, learning a little bit more about the foods that'll be better for me. There's a number of shifts that I want to make. I just kind of want to move the needle on a bunch of different things. But these live streams, I intend to just keep as is for now, because they have been a constant through line, basically. And they genuinely help me with the laughs and the fact that I can just be myself and talk about whatever. Like, these are small little gatherings of friends. There's a reason I could have live streams with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Well over 1,000. If I just pick like hot button topics that everybody wants to come in on. But that's too much for me, especially right now. I just like this, where at the end of the day, if somebody clicks on this and goes, I thought we were going to talk about the Deathgate Cycle, and this guy's just been whining about his life for the last half an hour, they can just click off and go, not for me. You know what I mean? Like, this is a nice, cozy, little chill place where I can feel comfortable talking about the stuff that's going on, even though I am genuinely uncomfortable talking about the stuff that's going on. It's actually not as easy as you'd think for me to talk about this stuff, because there's all kinds of emotions that mix into it where you just end up feeling like a failure even when you know this is the right thing, and there's ultimately nothing you could have done about it, really, because you would have ended up here pretty much no matter what series of choices you took. Like, some slight differences weren't going to change the end result, but your brain kind of doesn't want to accept that, and it wants to chew over elements of the past that really aren't useful, you know? It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Zircon goes there. You don't got to worry. The icky. But yeah, that whole thing that they say when they change their name. That's great. Yeah, Doomblade, exactly. That's the reason there was so many people for that stream is people love drama. I did everything in my power to make it as big as possible in advance, so the word would spread as fast as possible, you know? So that's why. You put the stream up X number of hours in advance. You have a juice bag title that makes a bunch of people curious because like, why did it end? And it just ended for what most people would find to be boring reasons. And some people want to come in and be dickheads, but those guys got moderated out real quick. And most people either are neutral or positive. And so it was genuinely a fantastic amount of positive stuff. But that stream has been taken down. It won't be uploaded to this channel because it's unnecessary. So that's pretty sweet. You know, that like I spoke with Carly and I said, did you have any problems really? And she said, nope, nobody's really giving me any problems. Everybody's being chill. And so I said, I don't think that we need to put this stream up then, because the idea was to have it to reduce problems. But if it's already resolved, then having it up is probably just going to leave me feeling more uncomfortable, because I was very, very emotionally raw in that stream and there was a lot going on in it, and I really don't like giving people things to use against me on that level. So I'm more comfortable with that stream being gone, you know? Bo Falcon giving you the silver lining. At least you didn't shit yourself when you fell. Techno, you like the small groups? Yeah, the people who come here do, right? That's the deal. That's the deal. It's like, okay, I like this. Wait a minute. Hapster, what the hell are you talking about? I just noticed what you said before. Disappointed. No, not excited. Hopefully. That's right, Peppers. This is not a zone for getting into fights. People who end up causing problems just get removed real quick. You know, it's not worth it. I have chill little gatherings here, and anybody who's a problem, they just get permanently shown the door, because at the end of the day, there's a million places to be on the internet. There's a lot of things you can do with your time. I'm choosing to spend my time with like-minded individuals who just want to chill out, sometimes have a laugh, sometimes maybe have some kind of deeper conversation. I don't even know where we're going to go going forwards with the stuff I'm going to be doing. I feel like once I am a little more up to speed and a little less weighed down, that I'll be doing more. I'm looking forward to doing more streams and being more fun, because I do genuinely feel like I'm probably not going to be quite as much fun for a while and be a little bit more serious, and I wouldn't qualify myself as mopey because I don't feel like I'm moping, but I have no idea how long it takes to process something like this. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's going to have some kind of knock-on effect with what I do, but I will say I'm very pleased that I have not fallen apart. I have not relapsed. I don't have any intention of, you know what I mean? So I'm pleased that overall I seem to be handling it pretty well. James, yeah, buddy. It is a fun, chill place. The most important question is, who got custody of the tree topper? Me. I got most of the Christmas stuff. It's going to be weird next Christmas. It will be weird to me unpacking out all the Christmas stuff. I don't know, because Christmas was like a really big time for us, and I don't know if I'm actually just going to feel sad at that point or appreciative. You know, like what we had going on was a double-edged sword. We had constant companionship in that we were both around all the time, but we were both around all the time. And I think it's healthiest when you have some more space at sometimes, right? So it's harder to appreciate people on the full level they need to be appreciated on if you're around them constantly. And it was a challenge between the fact that my work is all localized here and she was here all the time because for various reasons, we were both here a lot of the time. So it's a challenge to not have somebody to just like, oh, I just saw something funny. And then there's not somebody you immediately share that with. It's different. You know what I mean? So the Christmas thing could be bigger. I don't know. I mean, I presume by then I will already be seeing other people. I haven't gotten on any kind of dating apps or whatever because I don't want to just, it's like I don't want to just use somebody. You know what I mean? Like emotions are heavy and people are light. They're fragile in some ways. And I just don't want to be unfair to people. So I don't really know what level to come in on like that. But I imagine it won't be too long before I feel a little more, hey, I'm happy and I got some joy to share. I don't want to start talking to women and spend my time not complaining, because it's not complaining. It definitely isn't. I don't want to spend my time talking about and processing everything that I'm going through. So, I mean, the reality is I handled all of my previous breakups through getting high and getting with other chicks. And I've actively not taken that route, and it's genuinely difficult and uncomfortable. But it feels like in some ways it's genuinely healthier. You know what I mean? So that's the deal. That's the Peppers. You're not the first one. You're not the first one to say that shit. It's like, listen, bro, if you need somebody to get gay with you, that's funny. Thanks, buddy. Bo Falcon's like, Habener doesn't need to even lurk anymore to secretly ban or time out people in the chill streams. It's true. I mean, over time, the part of the reason we had to deal with the people who were like needing to be timed out was because I gave them attention. Ultimately, that's what they want. Everybody wants attention. Some for positive reasons, some for negative reasons. So I just stopped caring when people were acting like jerks or whatever. It would just be like, whatever, a couple clicks gets rid of it. There's no point in getting worked up about it. There's no point in getting upset about it. I do actually, on that subject, I want to take a moment to preemptively apologize that I am currently easier to irritate. I've found that I am a little bit shorter with people, a little bit easier to irritate, and I may have a little bit more heat when I am frustrated about something. I feel like that might have been the case yesterday with people. I don't know. I could actually maybe not be coming in on that level, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that is a possibility with me. And if it does happen to you, it's definitely not you, right? Just understand that it's me. That doesn't mean you have to put up with it at all. You don't have to put up with anybody being rude to you. But I just want you to understand that if it happens, it's not intentional. I do not want to be rude to you guys. I do not want to be unkind to you guys, which sounds hilarious from a guy who will tell you how to suck goat dicks, right? But that's all meant from a place of fun. It's all meant from roasting and good times. I think if you spend any real amount of time here, you'll realize that I'm a really nice guy and I'm actually pretty kind, but I just have this particular way of interacting with the world that lets me make people happy and can, from a surface glance, look like I'm a giant asshole. Loggerino, take time and establish new traditions. Can one of those traditions be 3 girls, 1 on the dong and 1 on each nut? Does that count as a tradition? I'm gonna call you lefty, I'm gonna call you righty, and I'm gonna call you fatty. Not because you're fat. No. Because you get to touch fatty. Kensuke, that happens in Japan when the guy retires. It ends so many marriages there. Yeah, you know what I've heard? That, like, I've heard in extreme examples, it leads to some really crazy things happening where, like, some guy just decided he couldn't stand his wife and was like, kablow, and just, it's like, whoa, buddy, there's other ways to do things. You know, like, there's different setups. Some people are perfectly happy being around each other all the time, or they can both live in the house and be there all the time, but they'll be on different sleep schedules or sleep in different bedrooms. I think that as you spend more time with somebody, the rules about what you think a relationship are supposed to be kind of shift, and you understand you have more latitude that way, right? Spurl, you have to leave to go to work for 9 hours a day. That's your getaway? Yep, I can see that. I can see that. Peterson, the Deathgate Cycle, you never heard of it? Don't worry, we'll get to it. Give me like another fucking hour of this shit. We'll get to it. All in good time. I never do things quickly. Also, we have something that came in the mail to open too. So, there, James. I mean, when you're ready, I'll be here. You guys make all these gay jokes, but for real, there are dudes who are into me, and some of them have been gross, genuinely gross. I'm like, I don't need a taste of what women have to deal with. Listen, bro, I don't need any of that. I am not into you. I promise you. I have no actual interest in guys at all. Like, not even slightly. If I thought I did, I would explore that to the fullest, because if you do think that way, you owe it to yourself to explore it. You don't want to be missing out, bro. If you can be into dudes and women, you're full on winning. You've got the entire world as your smorgasbord. Go to town. But like, dudes gross me out from a physical perspective. I can appreciate a dude who's exercised, beefed himself up or whatever. It's like, I can appreciate the effort that you put into it. And I can see how women would go, ooh, I like the look of you. But you don't excite me in the loinal region. You know what I mean? Jess, did my one video break 100K? That's a great question, buddy. Let me take a look. That's something that will be really fun for me, because I've never had that happen. This will be the first time. Let's see. Hey, yeah! Look at that! 100,174 views. Damn, that number looks good. Damn, that looks good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Techno, natural supplements, magnesium are a good mood stabilizer. Well, thanks for the tip, buddy, and thanks for the reminder once again, even though I wrote it down. I need to go buy multivitamins. I'm trying to wait until the place that I'm going to go and buy them is having a deal going on, because I really have to watch how I spend my money and stuff. The whole process of the ending of what we got going on did end up with me spending a bunch, like a crazy amount of money, and like I kind of lost track of everything, and because I just said I'm just going to deal with it as it is, and now that I'm getting back on track of everything, it's kind of scary actually. Vloggerino, you missed the insult option on the wheel. Hello. You missed being around, you mean. The wheel's right here. And we're going to be doing wheel streams very soon. I apologize that we haven't right yet, because I have to figure out the camera thing. I have 2 cameras. One can be used as a face-down camera, and the other one is the main camera. I want to use the other camera as the main camera, but I don't understand how to control it yet. And if I don't know how to control it, I have to clean up this entire room so there's nothing accidentally going to get on camera that shouldn't, because this is the internet and you actually have to be careful with that stuff. So I've been trying to do that, but there's just so much that I have to do, and I'm just doing what I can while I can and whatever. And I want to do a celebration stream of going to the Shattering and open up some Wonders packs, and I want to do wheel streams and stuff, but I got to do what I can do on my bandwidth level. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just where I am. Doomblade, no, I'm not looking for AI companionship, but thank you, though. I'm too old. I need humans. Talking to a machine would just be like, shut up, idiot. This is stupid. You know what I mean? It means nothing. Habster says, but no, you can have 2 girls in 1 cup. Actually, all I got is no girls in 1 cup. Tim, you and the wife have been working home for the last 5 years? Yeah, that definitely is going to add a challenge, bro. Retired husband syndrome is a stress-induced psychosomatic illness affecting an estimated 60% of wives. I guess if you're just like, this person's around all the time and I just have to tolerate it, that can be hard, you know? I could see that. I'm still a little bit under the weather. James, your wife wouldn't like it? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Sheba, if people buy stuff on the wish list, does it disappear so it doesn't get bought twice? Yeah, they do categorize it. They do categorize it in terms of what's been... let me just double check. Most of the time it does. So yeah, hold on. What? Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm looking at it, absolutely. Everything, it only shows things that I do not have. Whew, man, that wish list stuff actually is genuinely helpful on multiple levels. First of all, it's stuff that I need, but secondly, it's changing the dynamics of my place, and it's a reminder of you guys, which helps me because it's nice to think that, oh yeah, people like, I changed the curtains in the bedroom last night into light blocking curtains that Kansuki sent out. And it changed the nature of the room because it's got like the crazy new design and they're slightly different fabric or whatever, but also it blocks the light so much better. I would say it reduced the light coming through by about 90%. And if I get that tension rod, then I can put something in between and it'll actually get it to like 100%, and I can really black out the room. So the first couple nights I actually wanted some light. I slept with the hallway light on, but like since then I've just been full on lights out, all good, you know. What do we got going on here? Cat talk. Okay. When's the next wheel stream? Hopefully in the next few days, honestly. Where did the cameras come from? What do you mean? I already had one camera, and then Bo just sent me out this other amazing, cool camera with lots of neat options that I totally am excited to learn how to use. Doomblade, I thought about that. I thought about time to check out the anime. I've watched I've watched about 15 minutes worth of television. I put it on sometimes when I'm eating, but I've got a lot going on, and I spent way more time just kind of writing notes and journaling and unpacking stuff. Pages. Because you guys, I talk so much. Like, I got one friend, the one friend I talk to, I guess you could just call it succinct. She talks in tight little packages. And I send these big sprawl. I basically text like I talk, and I write like I talk. It's very wordy, and even in my own head, I'm ridiculous. Like with all of it, I was sitting there in the washroom today. I was just like, oh, the bleakness has settled on me like a brittle mantle. Feels like it's made out of autumnal leaves, and they're crumbling away. And it's just like, what a crazy way to think. You know what I mean? See if I can push up cleaning the office. I'm doing bit by bit. I can't say for sure anything, Yamagoro. I've got to just go with what I can, you know? Kurt, I made a dating app pop up for you. It's funny how that works. You talk about the stuff on the stream and it'll start showing up because your devices are listening. I know that. It's like... It thinks I'm a lonely boy now, and it's advertising shit to me, and I'm just like, go away. I'm too old for all this, you know? Hepster says the wish list stuff does disappear instantly. It takes a few minutes to clear, but yeah, it goes away. Oh, this is you, Hepster. I'd be willing to bet that this is you. And if what's in here is if what I think is in here, I'm very glad because, well, you know what? Let's just crack it open and take a look, and then I'll tell you why. Because, whoop. Thompson, the door guy, is like sorcery. Well, oh, he got a foil in his pack. Nice. Sheba, the blanket's awesome. Yeah, it's the same blanket from the intro. Oh, thank God. Hell yeah. Hey, it's the Hepster. One of your YouTube fans. Feel better, buddy. Hell yeah, man. And you know what? It says your name down here at the end, and I can see why you are Hepster. I thought it was because of Hep C, but it's just because you got Hep in your name. So, bum, 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 bum. Flatware cutlery set. I never thought I'd be excited about knives and forks and shit, bro. But damn, man. Like, I definitely need this stuff. It doesn't. Yeah, it is. It's black. I thought it was black. I thought it'd be cool to have like different cutlery, you know, that look different instead of the silvery stuff. We got spoons. We got butter knives. We got more spoons. We got more butter knives. This is great. There's so many in here. We got more spoons. Damn. All right. We got forks. Get forked, boyos. We got... Uh-oh. Okay. Oops. Okay. So I guess I got to... there's a lot more forks. I misunderstood. I thought there were knives in here. There are no knives in here. So I'm off. Listen, first of all, I'm super stoked about all this, and I wanted these. But when I said I had a problem and this would fix it, this does not fix the problem. At all. At all. Carly took our knife block and like a lot, like basically I was left with one steak knife from 1,000,000 years ago that somehow survived from our previous set. So all I had was one steak knife, and she went out and got me like a big kitchen knife to make sure that I would have something like that, right? But that's it. And so I went to the dollar store and I bought a few extra steak knives because I was like, I could use these. And they're already rusting. Like, I've had them for barely any time and they're already rusting. So I thought to myself, sweet, I could get rid of the rusty knives because I don't want to eat rust and die. And then I was like, the cutlery came. It's like a sign from the gods. And it's like, Mike doesn't know it's in a cutlery set. And he thought knives were in here. I still need knives. Badly. All right, well, this is... Don't let that take away from this. This is fucking awesome. Thanks, you, Hepster. Thank you. This is like... I can have everything looking consistent because all the cutlery is just like random mishmash nonsense, and this will create a uniform look that also changes the nature of my dining experience, and small tweaks help. And also now, every time I'm using these, it's fan stuff, and the fan stuff helps because you guys are part of my network of support, honestly. So thank you for allowing me to consider you that, you know? There's a lot of YouTubers who are afraid of their audience and don't feel like they can be themselves. And I've never really kept a wall up between us, so I don't have to worry about that. And this shit is dope. It's actually really exciting. It's so cool that they're black, you know? Let's take one out and actually look at it here. Did Hepster spoon me? Yes. I just got spooned by a man. Look at that. Look at how shiny it is. Ooh. Doesn't that look good? What? Yeah. Man, that's dope. That's nice. Why am I smelling it? Hey, Concrete, what's up, brother? How you doing? Kenzuki, the things we like as gifts when we're in our 40s. Yeah, no, I mean, for real, though. As you age, you realize what matters, you know? And I don't want to... I don't want to spend my time getting all messed up and worry about crap that doesn't matter. I want to transform this place into the Hatcher Cave, you know? So bit by bit. Doomblade Super Chat says, I wonder how dating will be like now, because Carla's used to the channel, but now when you're meeting new parties, you got to share that with them. Yeah, honestly, that's a big one. That, like, I genuinely don't know how to handle that. And yeah, I'm glad Carla doesn't have to deal with any of that shit. You know, she's moving on. She's got somebody she's crushing on. She was telling me, she's like, I got this guy I'm crushing on, and my friends say he's green flagged and whatever. And I'm actually happy for her. It's funny because at least one person was like, if you think you're broken up now, wait until she moves on to another man. And it's like, you don't understand. This didn't end poorly. You know, like there's no like pining. Oh, like obviously there'll always be a part of me that wishes we could have done things perfectly and somehow magically everything would have ended up differently. Cause like, I mean, this was what I thought was going to be forever, right? That's exactly how I thought it was going to go. And I've learned some valuable lessons. I spent a lot of time stressing over a future that's never going to come. I worried about things for us X number of years down the road, but that's never come. So now when I start to despair of things, when my brain starts to tell me things that aren't true, like I'm unlovable, I'm never going to be able to maintain a relationship, I'm going to end up alone, I just go, there's no point in worrying about any. First of all, that's not true. Like a bunch of that's not true. Why are you even saying that to yourself? That's not fair. And secondly, there's no point in worrying about that because you don't know what's going to happen a week from now. Some idiot could hit you when you're crossing the street. So why give it a moment's thought for that kind of stuff? The stuff you can plan for it and go, I've got a plan if it happens, and then let it go. I worried so much about our future and how I was going to take care of us, and that's a complete irrelevancy now. You know what I mean? So, yeah. At the end of the day, you are right, though, Doomblade. It is going to be an interesting challenge to figure out how I'm going to handle this. I feel like kind of conflicted because there's two ways to go about it. You can just outright say what it is that you do and then deal with the fact that that may change how they look at you. And instead of liking you for you, they like you for what you have, a perceived status or something else like that, depending, right? And then there's the other side of it where if you don't disclose that, are you being like, is that going to be considered, well, you lied to me in the first place, and now how are we supposed to have a foundation of anything if you lied to me? So it is an interesting, unique challenge that I will have to sort out. You know what I mean? Like, I know with other things, I decided honesty was the best policy, where when I went back to college and I was like in my 30s, I was dating women in their 20s. And I was like, okay, I know a buddy of mine who was dating a chick, lied about his age when he met her. They were having a great time together, but as soon as she found out, she just said, no, I can't trust you. We're out. Right? So the first time I had that happen with a chick who was well more than a decade younger than me, I had that moment of, here it is, buddy. What are you going to do? You're going to lie? You're going to tell the truth? And I was like, just tell her the truth. You know, whatever. So I did. I told her my age. And then she laughed. I think I was 33 or 34 at the time. And I said, I'm 33. And she laughed. And I'm like, okay, I'm 50. Because in my head, I was just like, well, I've told her the truth now. Whether she believes it or not, she's not going to be able to say I lied, so we'll be good. And then later on, she's like, I couldn't figure out why you were lying to make yourself sound older. And it's just partially because my personality doesn't tend to match my age, you know? Spurl, damn right, it's nice cutlery, man. Gerthu, you got some sorcery at the game shop. You didn't expect it to be King Arthur stuff? Yeah, oh, you got a unique spear. Cool. Yeah, they have different sets based on different things. Different stuff. Concrete, you're dealing with the same thing, but with kids, that's so much harder, bro. Honestly, it's so much harder. You get so many more layers with that, and I genuinely feel for you. I hope that it goes as smoothly as possible. I really feel like I lucked out. And even though I lucked out and things worked out well for both of us, I'm still devastated. You know what I mean? Like, on one level, I'm devastated. And I feel like I am a semi-functional human. And I'm surprised that it's not more obvious to everybody. You know? Hamster, have a good one, buddy. I'll give him a tug for you. Holland, what's up? How you doing, Jordan? Millmaster says that's what most of us get. All most of us get is a mind that bus. What bus? Splat. I mean, if you're going to go out quick, that's the way, right? I'm trying to focus on maximizing my joy. And I will admit that I do want more people to share that joy with, you know? And I would like one of them to be somebody that I could cuddle up with. So, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to go how it goes. Kenzie, who knows, maybe I'll find someone to have kids. It's possible. I was never against kids 100%. It wasn't a feasible thing for our relationship because of the disability and everything else, right? So, but we were both chill with that, and I was more than happy to, like, if I had absolutely wanted something like that, I would have gone out and pursued it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm open to a variety of future paths. Casey, you got to do what you got to do. Agreed. Chaz, you missed your grandfather's generation, cut from a different cloth. Yep. I mean, I feel you. Different generations handle things differently. Jordan, thanks for the thank you pair, buddy. I appreciate it. Doomblade, you're saying I'm a big kid. I play a card game, collect card games, talk about it all the time, throw tantrums when it doesn't go my way. So yeah, I don't act my age. Yeah, I mean, for a guy who's getting pretty close to 50, I don't really seem like a guy who's pretty close to 50, do I? Right? On the upside, I mean, that means date younger ladies. It's fine. If you want to talk about my profession being coming into the mix, my profession actually hits better with younger demographics. Women in their 20s or whatever, the shit's impressive to them. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. There's a lot to figure out. A lot. Not too bad living in a wild world. I feel you. Spurl, no, I do not have any children. I mean, that's part of what made this so easy too. No kids, no house, like all the like no kids, no house, barely any money, bunch of stuff. So it was like, help yourself, take everything you want. She did, man. I literally can't take things off the wall now because I don't have the hammer. I went to go where the hammer was, and I'm like, the hammer's gone. Damn it. She really did do a good job. I mean, she's going to need one, so whatever. There's no part of me that's like upset about it. It's just a surprise, you know? Bo, did I have a knife set on my... Did I not put a knife block on there because of... I could have swore I put a knife block on there. Yeah, no, there is a knife block on there on the list. It should be. It's pretty far down. It's like third from the bottom. Let me know if it's not there and I'm just seeing it on my end, because then I'll put it back on, or I'll like put one on. But I picked like black knives and black spoons to match my black soul. Oh God, it's covered in inky sadness. Jordan, you're in a relationship now. Very nice. Excellent. And you know, the thing is, relationships will be good, and then sometimes they won't, and they'll be like awesome for a while, and then they'll end, and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, you just got to enjoy it. Well, what's going on? It could be something forever, and it could not, and it's just enjoy it while you got it, right? Kenzie, a girl could come with kids too. That one is for me right now. I feel the same way that I used to feel about that, and that is, a lot of women are looking for like a dad to step into that role, and I am not currently looking for that at all. Like, if it's a woman who is specifically, I don't want anybody to be involved with my kid, the kid needs to be separate, then that's somebody I could hang out and have fun with. But I'm not looking to take on somebody else's family. That doesn't mean it couldn't happen, but I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. I don't want to give anybody false impressions. Like, I remember when I was younger, I was dating this chick, and then I met her son, and it totally felt like really uncomfortable, because you could tell they both kind of wanted like that in their life, and I'm like, I can't be that for you. Like, I really can't. And so as soon as I realized that, I had to be like, okay, I can't be in this, because it's not fair. I can't build a bigger emotional bond with somebody who's looking for something more. and I can't step into a kid's life and then just disappear. It feels really, really unfair, and like I would be using that person, and I can't live with that. I try very hard not to use people. Sometimes you're going to screw up, but I really genuinely try and be as fair as I can. Black hole sun, won't you come? That's funny. And wash away the rain. Oh. Sheba, what do you mean I did? What did I do? What did I miss? What did I miss? Doomblade, if you're having fun with the AI waifu stuff, enjoy it, honestly. As long as it doesn't impact your ability or desire to go out and meet real women. Because I'm a real moment with you, brother. Real moment with you. You're young, and you're living in one of the craziest generations affected by technology. And I feel like if you're not careful, you can become too reliant on it and too disconnected from real human contact. And I want you to know that you're worthwhile. And young relationships with young women tend not to work out. Like, women are more mature than men, but young women have a hard time knowing what they want. So just understand that because it didn't work out, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. And it doesn't mean that you just have to be a techno dicker, you know? Kensuke, at my age, the kids could be adults. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I haven't even seen what's out there, you know? Every day you noticed I'm not framed as usual. It looks like my camera's aimed up towards the ceiling. Can I lower it more on my package? No. I don't want you to see how sad my dong is. Kensuke says, damn it, take my kids. No, bro. No. Whew. Oh, I did have a knife lock. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have no idea how distressing it was to realize that knife was rusty, because what does microscopic rust look like? Now are all the knives, are they suspect? Can I use any of them? Because I can't tell the difference between the dollar store ones and the one I had before. And I'm just sitting there like, am I poisoning myself with rust? But I need to cut things. Ah! You know what I mean? Like, these are problems I don't need in my life. So thank you. Thank you. Larry, nobody has to. See, you're saying no man should have to look after a kid he didn't make. Nobody has to. It's all choice, right? It's all choice. Oh, Wayne's in here, also known as Double Strike Dude. He tried to take one of my kids. Who says I'm done trying, buddy? I'm gonna make Double Strike my dad by porking his daughter. I'm gonna give Double Strike his first grandchild. One of the funnest things about this is being able to troll him about hooking up with his daughter. I really milked that quite a bit. Quite a bit. Juggling, what's up? You were gaming? That's a good way to spend your time. Hello, Grimy. Oh, speaking of the time, I need to have my medication, so let me go grab that. Hey, Jay, can I name the grandkid Weapon X? That almost ended you, bro. Remember that? Remember that? That's funny. Actually, no, what ended you was the Taco Bell stuff, now that I think about it. Also, bro, I don't know if I misunderstood, but for the travel insurance, am I just supposed to send over the payment to you guys? Like, did you send me the paperwork? Is that done? Should I text you tomorrow during your work day? That's probably what I should do. I should probably stop asking you about this at the end of the day when you tell me stuff and then just go to sleep and the next day comes and you're busy running around. I know I'm a small fry and you handle big packages, but I mean, I'll be right back. Are we ever going to get around to talking about the Deathgate Cycle, guys? Like, come on. Where's my water? Did I take my water out of here? What the hell? Imagine somebody who gets recommended this live stream and actually likes the Deathgate Cycle books and stuff. But this dickhead isn't talking about it at all. He's just talking about his dumb bullshit life. What the hell is that? Jay, all right, buddy. I'll message you tomorrow, man. I'll try and remember to do it during your working hours. I'm just obviously all over the place right now. Concrete, you're a huge Turtles fan and Magic fan. Are you wrong for having no interest in the pre-release? Nope. It's going to be a matter of taste, right? Jordan, your stepdad is the best, but he didn't have to show up. Can be worth, though. You never know. Yeah, whatever. I'm leaving myself open to whatever options, bro. It's all good. It's all good. Tim, you're not sabotaging me, bro. Clanker banger all the way. Doomblade, listen, man. You feel like you didn't vibe with people, that's because you're young. And when you're young, you're uncomfortable and you don't understand. When you get older, you'll realize. Kenzie says, the best part of the wish list is it's in fun dollars, so when it's converted into real USD, it's cheaper. True. Bo Falcon couldn't get the tool set due to having hazardous materials that can't be delivered to P.O. Box. Okay, hold on. I'll take it off the list then. Thanks for the heads up. I don't want people to run into that. Where is it? It's weird because it just lets you put it. I don't know why. Whatever. It's not perfect. Okay, so that's taken off. That is taken off. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. Might just need to send you money and have to buy it yourself and ship it to your home. Yep, that can work. Absolutely. Thank you, by the way. Thanks for letting me know, and thanks for grabbing some stuff off the list. I always love getting stuff off the wish list. It makes me feel really happy. But now there's a whole nother level to it where it kind of counts as like what's the word for it? It's not like mental care or whatever, but I just am spreading stuff from you guys around the apartment and it makes me feel less lonely too, you know? It's weird. It's weird the way the human mind works, but like it's just a reminder of the presence of a bunch of friends, because that's how it feels. Like people talk about this parasocial shit. And I mean, I get it with people who just watch my videos and never come and talk to me or whatever. But it's different. Like we talk about our lives here and stuff. And I feel like this is me hanging out with my friends, even though obviously I get the prime position of being the one running his mouth on the screen and deciding what's going on. But I'll tell you the truth. When I'm at a dinner table, I tend to dominate the conversation and direct where we're going anyways too. So it's not that different than being together in real life. Oh, Double Strike. Oh, that's, you know what, buddy? He's saying he can get stuff shipped to his place. Well, that's cool. But you realize doesn't that cause the same problems? Because then people would know your address, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about that. Spurl, was I a rebel when I was a teenager? I don't know. I've always been kind of a maniac, bro. So I don't know if I'd be like a rebel, you know? What up, Pierce? How you doing, buddy? Jess says, Perps the hero that defeats our combined boredom single-handedly. Jess, it makes me happy that you enjoy these streams so much. Where the hell have you been for the last couple streams, buddy? That's what I was wondering. I'm like, where you been at? You just looking up the movies you've been telling me about, though. Hey, you got me curious. What was the one? Jason Statham Stole My Bike? That's a funny name. Millmaster, we also need to get your cookware situation in order for when you become Chef Perp. Yes, actually, I do. I want to do a bunch of stuff in the kitchen, but I'm woefully unprepared. You're like, you only got like one pan and that's it? Pretty close. I thought that. I went and looked because I used the one, like, I have the bacon pan. The pan I cooked the bacon in or whatever. And then I went to make these like breakfast sausage rounds today. And I had already used the breakfast pan earlier today to make bacon and eggs. And then I was just looking and I'm like, do I have any more pans? And I have a teeny weeny little pan that is not suitable even for 2 sausage patties and whatever. I've got enough. Think like a bachelor who doesn't know what they're doing and only has a few items. Because Carly built out a lot of the stuff that we had. Like, she was the visionary behind it all, which means she picked all the stuff, which means she likes all that stuff, and she took all that stuff with, again, my absolute blessings. I wanted her to have everything and anything she wanted, and she made sure to not leave me without stuff. She went out of her way to pick up some extra things and make sure she knew I only use a handful of whatever and what. But whatever, man, you get it. You get what I'm saying, right? I don't 100% know everything I'm missing until I go to get it and go, damn it. Doomblade, you're going to find out that shit doesn't work out the way you think it does like that. I've heard people say, I want a Japanese wife because they're very obedient. It's like, no, man, you've just been fed a stereotype that's absolutely not the case. So, but yeah, I'm actually really excited about the idea of doing cooking streams and shit, because then it'll be easier to spend the time it takes to do all this cooking and learning it. It's like, it's somewhat, anything that's really involved feels somewhat daunting right now because I know my bandwidth is lower than normal, right? So it's a bit of a challenge that way. Concrete, you think I provide a great space? Thanks, man. I'm glad you love the streams. Don't worry, I ain't going to stop. Double strike, you can message someone directly for them in particular. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, we can do that. That's a great idea. We can just have people get your address specifically to send something. That's a great idea. We can get your address to Bo Falcon, because there's been multiple times where he's wanted to send something and hasn't been able to. So that would be a good link up right there for sure. Jess, you got too high and missed the streams. I genuinely wondered. A part of me wondered, I was like, maybe he's found something that makes him happier. And if so, good for him, you know? Jordan, dab on the haters, buddy. I'm not touching any of that shit anymore. I have been straight sober now for 50 days. 50 days. Bullwagon and Wayne, Discord hit up. There you go, at the exact same moment. You guys are on the same level. Sincerely, food is a huge thing on how you feel. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'll get there. I'll admit the grocery store freaks me out because I'm not used to doing the grocery shopping, and the prices of things from when I did do grocery shopping have inflated so vastly that my brain's like, how am I going to afford to eat? And then I have to remind myself, like, well, you were able to afford to eat. You know, Carly went and did the grocery shopping. You just have to learn the techniques that she used, and you can do the same thing. Like, you've been able to afford this food. Calm down. You know what I mean? It's just like, relax your ball bag. I had that happen today. I went into the grocery store and I was like, everything is so expensive. And I left with a pack of English muffins. I'm like, okay, I can afford these cheap English muffins. Let's go. You know, like, it's daunting, but that's just because I'm not used to it. That's it. You know? What up, little fox Mita? How you doing, bro? How are you doing? Wasn't happy or was unconscious. But you love sleep more than my streams? Fair enough. Sleep's great. I need sleep. I need a lot of sleep, honestly. I didn't get enough before. And now I was attributing my needing of sleep and feeling tired in the middle of the day to being depressed. But it might actually just be that I haven't gotten enough sleep. And some old men fall asleep in the chair in the middle of the day. Because when I woke up, I was like, I actually feel like a lot better. Maybe I'm not as depressed as I thought I was. Concrete, did I see Wonders is picking up bass? Oh, yeah. The second set's coming out soon. They've been getting more people getting into it. And it's just going to keep spreading because it's genuinely an enjoyable game. I'm going to be doing a stream soon for Wonders. And you know what? Let's actually turn to the subject of the stream for a little bit. Let's add the title of the stream. Let's talk about the Deathgate Cycle a little bit because this is an enjoyable book series. This is written by the same people who wrote the Dragonlance books that I fell in love with as a boy. I thought I had the original 3 Dragonlance books, but I don't. I wish I had a bunch of Dragonlance novels right now because novels are some excellent escapism for me. They really draw me in if the story is good. So the story behind this is basically ancient powerful beings took the world and split it up into 4 different elemental worlds. And they also created a labyrinth that was meant to like kind of guide and shepherd people into becoming better people and then release them out when they were ready. But the labyrinth has gone awry and now it's just a place that ended up slaughtering everybody. And the first book and the second book explore different worlds. Like there's the earth, wind, fire, and water worlds. So you basically have like how would things develop on each of those different worlds? What kind of economies would they have? What kind of resources are abundant? What kind of resources are scarce? What are the denizens like there? So the first book was pretty good. I'm enjoying this one more though. This one has the introduction of these titans, which are these crazy eyeless giants that have some unknown purpose. They keep basically interrogating all the living beings they run into, saying, command us, tell us what to do. Where is the citadel? And they keep being met with confusion and people who don't have the answers. And they just slaughter everybody who doesn't have the answers, just wiping everybody out. So untold destruction. And on top of that, the second book features Fizban, one of the gods from Kryn and the Dragonlance novels. And it really makes me wonder what's going on. So yeah, ultimately, like when you read the back of the first one, it says, ages ago, sorcerers of unmatched power sundered a world into 4 realms: sky, stone, fire, and water, then vanished. Over time, magicians learned to work spells only in their own realms and forgot the others. Now only the few who survived the labyrinth and crossed the Deathgate know of the presence of all 4 realms, and even they have yet to unravel the mysteries of their severed world. Right? It's really cool. So you have like the ancient race of, what are they called? The Sartans, I believe. And so they were like the most powerful dudes doing all this craziness. And then you have another group. What are they called? The Patrons, maybe? And they have all these, they use sigil magic. So they have these sigils inscribed on their body that give them magical powers. They inscribe sigils onto like airships and things like that. It's genuinely interesting. Tim, oh yeah, hell yeah, bro, hell yeah. Send them to Double Strike. Hook me up, bro. Hook me up. Jordan, gonna have to read them. They're great. They're great. Thompson's the one who clued me into these, so good job on that, bro. Just making you jealous that I can read and you can't. You can't get yourself to read books. And maybe if you, here's the thing. 2 things. Maybe if you put in a little more effort, you might be able to overcome the fact that you can't. But I think the biggest thing is you need to find books that really engage you, right? Find ones that draw you in and you don't really think about other things while you're reading them. Those are the best kind of books. And that's what this has been doing. When I'm actually reading about the Titans and what they're doing and all that, I'm not thinking about my problems. I'm not thinking about other stuff. It's great. Tim, it's obviously Fizban. You can't fool me, bro. You can't fool me. Scarlet, yeah, I guess they're from the 90s, aren't they? They're old books, but they're good. It's enjoyable. And the great thing about old books is you don't have to worry about new era politics being jammed into it. So you don't have to worry about things like, we made this owl have a hearing aid because of representation, even though it actually makes everybody at the school who could heal them and give them a normal life into villains for not doing what's right. And then you don't have to worry about non-binary vampires not running away from danger because they have to explain to the danger that their proper pronouns aren't being used. Oh no, the internet cut out. It might be gone. Is it because I said the stuff about the politics? Is that what happened? Did the internet even go no? Oh no, are we done here? Guess we'll wait a few more moments because either it'll come back or we're done. I hope we're not done. Ah, you're back. Excellent. Okay, we're not done. Good. All the books he's read have lift up flaps. What books have lift-up flaps? Is the ones with naked ladies? Doomblade, it's sad kids can't read books like this anymore. The U.S. average high school is the reading level of a 5th grader. Wow, that's crazy. I was tested when I was young to see if I was gifted or not, and I definitely was. Like when I was in grade 2, I had the reading and writing comprehension of a grade 7. I've always loved the written word. There's so many fantastic words that just don't get used. And I mean, obviously it can be a bit grandiose and pretentious depending on how you use them, but I am a big lover of the written word, you know? Steele, have I read Destroy All Humans That Can't Be Regenerated? I have the first 2 of them, and they are enchanting. I love the interplay of the young love, burgeoning romance aspect of it, combined with old school magic cards from back in the day, because I've been playing Magic forever. I remember all of this stuff, the era, all of it. So those books hit really, really well. Have I seen 3D pop-up books of modern times? No, Juggle 'em, actually, I haven't. I haven't. Sheba, the net everywhere is shit? Oh, is that what's going on? Gerthulu, you thought it was you? It isn't. So yeah, it looks like the stream, we're good. We're good. So we don't got to worry about that. So yeah, these books are genuinely enjoyable. And to the point where I'm halfway through and I'm just like, oh man, I don't want it to end. But then when it ends, I'll go on to the next book, you know? The thing about it is sometimes when you move on to the next book, you go, oh, it's like with the Song of Fire and Ice or whatever, where it was just like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then they're like, we're going to do a whole book without Tyrion Lannister. And I'm like, sorry, what? Where's Tyrion? We divided this into 2 books, and Tyrion's in the other. No. No, but you get the Onion Knight. Okay. And the Red Sorceress. Okay, or whatever. You know, it wasn't as good. I was disappointed. I'm like, where's Tyrion? He's like the most epic character in the entire series. Gerthul, if you got the Australian internet, am I upside down on the screen right now? Good day, mate. Hello, Shrimp Barbie. There, you got the first 6 volumes of Destroy All Humans. Nice. Tim, each one gets better and better. Dope. That's great. Couldn't help but pick at it. Yeah, I don't know. I love reading books. That's why I went out and literally got the physical book of Mind Over Mood. Holding a book and reading it is so much better. You know, the D&D books and stuff. I will give you this. If you need to search things up, having a digital copy is much faster to search through. But there's something visceral about actually holding a book versus digital reads, you know? Nishimoto Deathgate. Yeah, buddy. Do you know it? See, it's Fizban, but not to get around copyright. Zifnab is also not Fizban. Oh, is it really not Fizban? I mean, he literally does all these fourth wall breaks talking about all these different worlds. But are you saying he's genuinely not Paladine? Because I was trying to figure out how that crossed over. I guess these books aren't all... Is it that TSR owns the Dragonlance ones and that these aren't owned by TSR? Doomblade, you don't read books, but you read fan fiction. Most of the fan fiction I find is like, let's just make these characters hook up. And I find it tedious. It's like teen romance crap, and I just can't abide it, you know? Nishimoto, you read a couple of them. Public library didn't have them all. I remember those days, bro. I remember those days. You just go and it's just like... I also remember the days of the used bookstore where I would go and get like a Dragonlance novel or 2, and then I would take my allowance and those novels back and trade them in along with a little more money to get more books. And the old lady who worked there was amazing. Such a nice lady. I know she gave me massive discounts just because she was excited to see a young guy reading, and she loved people reading books. She had this amazing bookstore where like the walls everywhere. Imagine every inch of the place being just shoved with books. Love it. Love it. Plus, she was a hell of a lady. She survived like the crazy stuff that happened in Germany, was in front of firing squads and everything. Her life story was wild. I found it out later and was like, whoa, you survived all that. And then you came all the way from there to St. Catharine's and opened up a bookstore that persisted for decades. It was almost an institution and had a formative impact on young Mike. I learned a lot of language through the context of these books. You couldn't just look things up back then. Like, if you had a dictionary, you could look up the meaning of words and stuff, but it was mostly just learning through context, through reading stories and shit. Jess, you played 4th edition with ebooks. Wished you would have had the real books. I got the 4th edition books, buddy. There's a third one in their books named Banzif or something. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Tim, yeah, Queen Street, exactly. You loved her. She was great. She was great. Ball Falcon, someone got the dishware set. It's all coming together. And shower curtain. Yes! Yes! Oh my God. It's funny, the little things, but the butterfly shower curtain is, I don't know, man. I have no idea what it is, but like some things just made me a little sad today. Whatever. You know, it's going to happen. Little things are going to do that. And there's a million little reminders. There's a million little reminders around here. So I'm shifting things. I'm changing things. I'm making this place mine. And I will show you guys some of those changes. One of them is that we're going to be able to have a proper stream set up in the kitchen once we get everything like we need to. And at that point, I'll put some cameras and other stuff that I need on the wish list. But I honestly need household stuff so badly. So badly. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Juglum, have I worked on my deck for the Shattering event? No, not really. I have an idea of what I want to do, and it's in my head, but there's just been so much other stuff going on, and I know I want to have like a pack opening wonder stream. I want to do that, and I've got like a whole bunch of cards here that I'm gonna put. I got to get them in a binder and get ready to take them down there because I'm almost see if I can sell some of this shit to get some more money, and might also do some trading for stuff I need for my decks, but. I do have a deck concept based around the one card that I got, but I need to sit down and go through everything because I do have like the guides of the cards, and I have most of the set. Like, I'm only missing. Originally, my plan was to wait until I had a complete play set to really focus in on deck building, but now that I'm only like 3 to 4 mythics away from having a full play set, I've decided that's close enough, you know? Zircon, gonna need a ride to the P.O. Box next week. I have a friend who will give me a ride, actually. So that is good because, I mean, that's a good problem to have, right? That's a good problem to have. Larry, are you trying to declutter your Nintendo Switch, or are you just gonna like sell it on Kijiji or something? If you're doing everything on your PS5, I guess you don't need it anymore, right? Oh, so yeah, everything that's happened has delayed my plans. I had originally planned to be further along with what... Oh, damn it. I left some of these spoons. On my desk. I got to put them with the other ones or I'm going to be confused later. When I went out there to have my pill and had the yogurt, I looked at all the random spoons and stuff and I went, oh, it's all going to be replaced by this. And I'm just like, is there anything that I should know about this? Okay, good. There it is. I'm like, are these dishwashers safe? Did I not even check that? Am I an idiot? You know what I mean? They are, though. Concrete! It's all good, man. It's all good. I'll tell you what. If you got these things, this is what I need. If you've got if you got the mythic rare Rust Trooper or King Aldern Leaf Song or Raw Lightman, those are the 3 that I need in non-foil to complete my set. So if you got those, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely would love it. I still have a bit more existence to open, so who knows? Maybe right at the last. But fucking, I thought that. I was like, oh God, am we going to have to hand wash all this stuff? I was just like, I'll do it if I got to, you know? Whatever. But I'm trying to minimize, like, it's, like, Carly did a lot around here. She stayed on top of the laundry, the dishes, getting stuff that we needed, the groceries, all of that, right? And now it's all on me. And I'm capable of doing it, but I'm not used to doing it. So I don't have efficiency with it. I am hilariously inept in some ways where I just have to laugh at myself. Where I wander into a grocery store and I'm like, I don't even know where to go or what to get. Like, how can I be this old? And I basically am just kind of like, okay, so, oops, I left without the stuff that I need. Like, I write down lists and then I misplace the lists. I'm going to get a better system and I'll get a better handle on it. And I don't even, like, I want to, like, cook meat in the slow cooker and stuff. And then I can make multiple portions and have, falling apart tender meat and all that stuff. Like, that's the kind of shit I'm excited about, right? Double Strike, got to get me into the Stormlight Archive next? Yes. Yeah, Concrete, let me know, buddy. Oh, you're just using it less, Larry. Well, fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, it's so weird now. Oh. It'll come back and I'll be gone. Now, you listen here, modem. Stop your bullshit. You look fine. What's the problem? Maybe there's service interruption issues. Did it work, guys? Was it like magic when it came back? Was I gone? Or did you watch me leave and then it just didn't really work? Did it work? Was I gone? Was I gone yelling at the modem? I just got this internet service like a few days ago, so it should be fine. It, like, the service itself should be fine. There must just be disruptions going on overall. That's all I can think, because this service is like 3 times faster than what I had before, and I didn't realize how bad I was getting ripped off. I didn't realize how bad I was getting ripped off with my internet plan, because this plan is the same cost as that other plan, except it comes with like 2 years of discounts that make it like 30% less. And for the first couple months, if the bill that they gave me is right, it's like $10 for the first 2 months. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. The chick told me there was all these discounts, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I literally said to her, I'm like, are you allowed to do this? And she's like, yep, you get this one, you get this one, and because you're doing your self-install and waiving the installation, the blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, okay, thank you. You're doing an awesome job. But I didn't believe it. And then I got the actual invoice, and I'm like, it says $10. That can't be right. I'm going to wait until they actually send the bill to me after a month. And I'm going to be like, really? But I think that it's just because the internet stuff has gotten so competitive that if you get like the last time our modem broke down, we got a straight up better package for like the same price. So I think they just go, well, if you're dumb and you don't contact us and try and get new plans, we'll just leave you on the same plan and keep moving the price of that plan up to see if you'll pay it. Because a lot of people will. I saw something that said, you're not going to be able to save more money by going, I'm not going to have a cup of tea a day or whatever. That's not where you save money. You actually save money by paying attention to different services you're paying for and renegotiating your deals there. So I get it now. When my internet package goes to full price, I'm just going to be like, time to look at what new options there are, right? Ball Falcon's too good a guy to hand wash things. Nah, he's the perfectly good enough guy to hand wash my ball bag because it is gilded. I've got a gilded nutsack. I'm like a baby with no object permanence. That's funny. Doomblade, the stream's been an abdomen. What? Abdomen on the latency. Are you saying abominable? There's been bumps and cuts? That's weird. Jess, you pay $84 a month for your phone plan? Wow. That feels like a lot. I mean, I guess if you get unlimited internet. My plan is cheap, bro. I had a $30 a month plan, And then I contacted them and said I wanted to downgrade my plan. And the person was just like, how about we just take it down by $10 and lock you in at $20 for it? And I was just like, you can do that? And they're like, yup. And so it's like infinite calling, infinite text, and just 1 gig of data, $20. And then within a month, I guess they got in trouble because the telecoms must have got in trouble in Canada for giving us all raw deals. And they just got an email saying, we're adding 10 gigs to your plan. So all of a sudden I had 11 gigs of data on my plan for the same 20 bones, right? Which is fucking amazing. It's way more than enough data to do all I need and enough to run multiple out and about live streams too. So not like a ton of them, but a number of them. Doomblade, you're calling them up and threatening them? Yeah, Magor, you're getting it for $25 a month. See, that sounds way more reasonable. 100%. Ball bags, bumps, and cuts. I mean, it worked perfectly the last couple days. So I'm just presuming that there's something going on. I don't know. If it persists, I'll look into it, right? But if it's just for this one day, I mean, hold on, I'll do an internet speed test right now. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, no, these numbers are great. These are genuinely awesome numbers. Damn. I love it. That's awesome. Tim, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Books are going to be a good friend to me right now. Your plan pays for your phone, unlimited everything except so you're like your phone plan monthly cost is also paying off your phone. I see. Yeah, I just show up like I already fully own my phone, so that would be the difference. That makes way more sense, Jess. Way more sense cuz I like to usually buy my phones outright rather than like lock in with like a plan, or like if you get a plan for this long and whatever. I've always just been like a free and clear kind of guy. I actually have to get a second phone plan for the trip to the States. Tim, I'm helping you out by getting them out of there because you have way too many doubles. Well, that's the best world. When you've got something and you're like, this is good, I don't want to get rid of it. That's always been a problem for me. Like, I can't just throw shit away if it feels worthwhile. So a bunch of the stuff that Carly has left here is like girly stuff, like Bo Falcon hooked her up with some butterfly like pictures for the wall and stuff, right? Which are really nice. They're actually quite nice to look at, but they're completely unsuitable for me, right? So I'm just like, I've already found new homes for them. A lot of the stuff is getting rehomed quite easily, actually, because it's nice stuff. So it's not hard to find somebody who wants it. And that's what I like to do rather than see it go. I'm not just going to fire it into the trash, you know? Yeah, Maguro is double strike in the States. No, he lives close to me, like he says, like about 30 minutes away. Jordan Holland, thank you for the super sticker drink, buddy. It's fine. I don't know what the deal is. So yeah, Zircon, you're saying they charge you $100 more for the phone if you do? Well, and the next time I need to get one, I'll take a look and figure it out. I don't even want to think about that though, because phones that are capable of doing what I need my phone to do for streams and stuff tend to be costly, and that's not. I'm going to ride this one as long as I can. That's the plan. I'm going to ride this one until it's just basically non-functional. Doomblade, you got your brand new phone from 2025, but it could cost $1,000, but you only pay $500. Well, that's good, man. That's good. I bought a discount phone with a rounded, like a rounded edge screen, and I hate those. I'm never getting a screen that's like rounded on either side. That was the worst. This Pixel phone has actually been really solid. It's like good for recording. See, because I want my phones to have really good cameras because I'm using them to stream with you guys and to capture footage and whatever. So it needs to be Needs to be really good. I'd also like to get one of those portable cameras on like a little gimbal stick thing. I bought the worst thing I could apparently, which was a GoPro creator kit, and the camera itself is garbage. The whole thing is useless, and I spent multiple sponsorships worth of money on it. Like it cost me like a fucking $1,000 for that kit, and I got hosed. So I should have gotten one of these little ones that have like the little gimbal thing that flips around. I messed that up badly. Double strikes in the right account now. There you go, buddy. There you go. Jess, it's the best phone you've ever had, but every new phone is the best phone you've had. That's how it works with computers too, right? Same deal. Moving up the technology chain, bro. Like a DJI Osmo? Zircon, I'm just going to take your word for it, bro, because you knew what was up with these, right? And that reminds me, I can use these now, bro. This was specially for me and Carly for our movie reviews. And so I never pulled them out because I never wanted to make her feel like I was doing anything without her or whatever, because she would feel unhappy. You know what I mean? She's like, this is something that we do together. So that's what these were for. But now I could just use these. Well, that's interesting. That's got some real potential. Sweet. Because, yeah, you know what's up, man. You were definitely right about the mics, 100%. I'm good at running my mouth. I'm good at sharing my opinions. I'm good at entertaining. But apparently I'm not that good at picking out the right technology for what I do. I really am not. So it's nice that other people know and I can rely on their knowledge. The same way that Millmaster pointed out to me that some of you guys know a lot about cooking and can teach me some really useful stuff. I've always been envious of you guys talking about smokers and all these other things, and I'm excited about learning proper cooking skills because A, I can eat better, and B, it's impressive for the ladies if it's just like, I can cook you a nice meal, right? And I can serve it to you on my dick. Larry Rogers doesn't even sell phones anymore. A lot of the companies stopped selling phones because they couldn't force you to get like a plan with them. Once they just had to sell unlocked phones that could be used on any network, they didn't want to because you have to keep a bunch of them in stock and how much you're going to be able to sell and all these other things, right? So they just decided, Jordan, you were a butcher for 3 years? I want to learn about different cuts of meat, and I wonder about getting into the grocery store versus the butcher because my brain just tells me the butcher's going to be way more expensive, you know? That's what it feels like. I don't know, though. There's so much that I'm ignorant about, and I totally intend to learn, and I'm excited to learn, but I'm also currently overwhelmed by all the things that I need to do. So I'm running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to figure out what to do and how to keep costs down and all this kind of shit, you know? Ballwagon says, if you get a pizza oven, you know to ask for tips on how to get the best pizza ever. I mean, it's Zircon. He powers his pizza oven with farts, so it's ecologically friendly. He literally jams a tube up his butt and uses it to fucking cook his own pizzas. It's a really weird sound. When the rest of the building where he lives hears like... Oh, they're like, oh, gourmet pizza's being made again. Jay, it's usually cheaper at the butcher? It is? Why don't you go to the butcher then? For real, don't get a pizza oven unless you got a place to use it outside. Does a balcony count? Because all I got is balcony. And see, that just proves it. Zircon's saying, like, all the farting that you do, it's going to fart up your apartment. If you're in your apartment and you're just like... That noise. Oh, God, am I making myself lightheaded? I just pass out and bang my head off the table. The stream's still running for like hours. You guys can see like my one leg off the screen just kind of kicking. And it's like, oh my God, is he okay? Is he crying down there? Doomblade, that's something I worry about. Where you basically just go like, like you get the next phone or something from the same people and all of a sudden it's garbage because you can't trust companies and you just got like there's no point in having brand loyalty when you don't even know what you're going to get. You have to have fresh air to keep the fumes from making you pass out. Yeah, I definitely don't want to pass out. Get it less trimmed so you can do the trim because you can use the McBroth and stocks for soups or gravy. Oh, that's a good tip. Yeah, Magaro, tip for bachelor eating pizza teams well with salad. One pie can last for days. Thank you. That is a good tip. And I do like pizza. Double Strike says, man, if I knew that you could make pizzas like that, you could be a millionaire. I'm not paying you for your farts, bro. I'm not paying you for something I can get for free that I don't want. Watch knife skill videos before you start chopping things. That's a pretty good suggestion too. Learn the different techniques, you know. Juggling, you can order beef a quarter of a cow at a time. I presume you order the quarter of the cow that you have intercourse with. You cow fucker. Oh. You know what's really crazy? You know how much I talk about everything that's going on with my life and what's going on right now? Being here, even though we're talking about it, it doesn't feel like it's happening. Once I go back out there, I'm going right back to it feeling like it's happening. But when I'm in here, I don't feel that way. Like when I'm with you guys, when I'm in here, things feel normal, right? And having the stuff around you, from you guys in the apartment kind of helps with that normal kind of. I'm excited to get this cutlery in the cutlery drawer. So when I open it up, it's a different vibe. Just lots of tiny little different vibes until the overall vibe is shifted enough, along with me getting through my grieving process, because you grieve for loss in any situation like this, right? So chug is good for long cooks or breakfast steaks and roasts. Yeah, I want to figure out like the best ones for like slow cooker meals and stuff, and I gotta figure out the right recipes. Carly did leave me her recipe book. She transferred the recipes over into a new, nicer book and left me her old beat up workbook that has a lot of notes in it and stuff. So I have a pretty good starting place, and I have some recipes from before I met her where I brought my recipe book along. It doesn't have that many recipes, but it does have some of the classics. My grandmother's bread pudding, these hamburgers that I made, a couple of different things. It has an old muffin recipe from a previous woman I was with, but she just put that in there. I don't think I ever bothered to take it out. It's for moist cinnamon rolls. I don't even care about cinnamon rolls, you know? What up, Luke? Kurt, you got a quarter of a cow, did you? Zircon learned the claw. Like a claw machine? Can I get meat out of it? What are we talking about here? Cow butt for slow cookers? Oh, slap that rump, boy. Cheap large cuts are good for a slow cooker. Yeah, I heard you can use like lower, like tougher meat, maybe lower quality cuts of meat for the slow cooker, and you don't want to put in higher quality cuts that are more tender because they'll disintegrate, right? Juggling, you have a freezer full of soup bones and beef hearts? Ugh. Flat iron and skirt is great for fajitas. All right, Jordan, you know what's up. The claw is like the standard pro cutting technique. Oh, it's not a device. It's a way to cut? Do you hold the knife like this? Do you put little blades on your fingers? Oh my God, that's what I want. Like little steel ninja fingertips. Of course, then I'll probably try and climb the walls. Jay says, if you have a Costco membership, the meat at Costco Business Center is cheaper than the meat at Costco Regular Center. Just need the space to store it. Ah, okay. All right. I don't have a Costco membership. I don't even 100% know how you get one because I've never had one. But I wanted one, and then they moved the Costco like out into the falls, and I was like, what's the point in having a membership? But you can have them deliver you a bunch of shit. But it's also like you got to buy in crazy amounts and costs a lot of money up front. So I don't know, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for all the advice, guys. Thanks. I'll try and retain as much of it as I can, and I'll adjust, obviously. And less time will be spent on trying to handhold Mike as he tries to figure out how to live again. Thompson! With the crazy out of control hippo, we're sliding, we're gliding, we're having a good time. Thanks, big boy. Appreciate it. Doomblade, you had your phone for 2 years and haven't filled it up yet? Well, that's good. It's a way to hold your food. Like when you cut an onion, use a claw grip to not cut your fingers as you cut. Do you hold it like this on the top and slice? Is that what... I'll look it up, but I feel like that's what that is. Because, yeah. Jay, the Costco membership gets you into the business center too. Okay. Luke, recommend getting an air fryer? I want an air fryer. Carly took our air fryer because wanted to have everything she needs, which is obviously a refrain I've said over and over. But I definitely do want to get an air fryer. And once I get it, I'm going to learn how to use it because they're faster, doesn't take as much electricity as the stove, and like the best meats and stuff I've had have been cooked in the air fryer. And Carly used to know how to make poutine and stuff with it. She knew how to make a lot of good foods, and I am definitely missing that quite a bit. Yeah, my girl, Costco business centers where you get frozen chimichangas. I feel like a business center would just have business stuff, like computers and chairs and desks and whatever, you know? So it's just like, it's weird to hear they have meats and chimichangas. Jay, Kim does your meat shop times a year. You left out a key number. You left out a key number, the number. I don't know how many meat shops she does a year, but I mean, with that crazy amount of stuff, like I only have a small little freezer on my fridge. I'd need to get like an extra freezer then, wouldn't I? Wonder what's better, a stand-up or a chest one? Probably a stand-up one. Maybe a chest one. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Not like I'm getting one either way. That costs the greenage. If you get a whole loin, you can make roast or smoke it as well. Well, I don't have a smoker, but if I did get a whole loin, I could suck it, right? So I could do that. Just 2 times a year, Jay? That's amazing, bro. Misty, fried air tastes great. Well, that's within my budget. I'll tell you that right now. I've got all the air I can eat in here. I'm trying to become a breatharian because I've heard it's a very cost-effective way of living. Luke, you work at Costco in MT, what's that, Montana? I don't know the state's places, bro. $65 a year for a Gold Star membership. I just need one that'll get you in the door. I don't even know what the memberships are. Do they still sell cheap hot dogs? Do they have those at the business center? Maybe I could live off of cheap wieners. You think it's ostensibly meant to supply businesses, which includes eateries? Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Zircon, your problem with Costco is for just one, it's hard to use stuff up before it goes bad. There is that, right? I don't know anything. I don't know how much I need to eat or whatever else. I need to get a food scale because Carly got me used to using a food scale and it's really great. I've got an app that'll let me track like if I'm getting enough food or whatever, but I don't know what anything weighs anymore. So I don't actually know how much I'm fucking eating. I don't know. I mean, it's fine because I've got a bit of a stomach. I'm not going to waste away, but air fryer hot dog? I don't think I've ever had air fryer hot dog. That's interesting. I can get down with that. $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda. That's a deal that can't be beat. So yeah, I mean, I'll figure it all out, boys. I'll figure it all out. We'll get there. We'll get there. I really do appreciate all of the advice that you guys give me. It's nice to have people who have my back. It makes me feel a little less floundery during all this. Yeah, McGraw, did I put a food scale on the wish list? I believe so. Got me double checking here. Pretty sure. Yes, I did. It's not quite as badass as the one that we had. We had like a ultra super duper one because Carly's an amazing cook and I wanted her to have like nice things that she wanted. So I saved up and bought her nice things, which now she has. So, I mean, that's good. That's good. She has a really cool meat thermometer and I have a acceptable meat thermometer that I use to make sure that I don't get poisoned by the food. I asked her, I was like, what temperature even does food need to be cooked at so I won't poison myself? And she told me. And then the next day she's like, wait, did I leave the meat thermometer there? I can't find it. And I was like, no, you have it. Hers is magnetic and sticks to stuff and it's really cool. And I picked one up that's just like, okay. But it was only in Celsius at first because I didn't know you had to actually open it up, and in the battery compartment, there's a switch that you flip to Fahrenheit. So I was just like, I don't understand. She said 165 degrees is the safe temperature, but like, you're not going to get to 165 Celsius. So I was just like, what is that in Celsius? I'm like, why can't you switch this? Because on the one we had, there was a button on the front that would switch it, right? I didn't know you have to open up the battery compartment and fucking flip a switch. Who made that choice? $5 rotisserie chicken. I saw chickens at the grocery store today. They're $18 each. I almost threw up in my mouth. I was just like, what? Why is this so expensive? Crazy. Jordan, freeze it and put it in Tupperware or something like that. Yeah, you can eventually get a vacuum sealer too. That was what she was using, and the vacuum sealed stuff was amazing. 165 for poultry. Yeah, I heard fish was lower, but I didn't bother remembering that because I don't eat fish. I'm not interested in fish. Platypus, insane. You're damn right. I heard it's 165 for everything but fish, basically. So that's just what I'm using, and I'm like, I want it to be above that. I used that today when I cooked the breakfast patty sausage things, and I gotta say, I think they made me a little sick, but because they're made from crappy ingredients, I think. Because there was previous times where I'd have them and I didn't feel that well, and I thought it was because I was using the Kraft Singles American cheese slice thing, so I stopped using those. But then I had 2 of them today, or like 1.5-ish or whatever, and I felt a little, ugh. Concrete, I have no idea, bro. I was completely out of the loop for all this. So I like time jumped. I time jumped from chickens being $6 to $20, and it's kind of hard to process. I'm just like, I remember we could buy whole chickens for like $6. So what's going on? Pack of hot dogs is like, for the juicy jumbos I like, is like $10. For a pack of bacon's like $9 or $10. I was like, this is the Twilight Zone. It's scary. You just got to wait until... I'm just going to be living off of what's on sale. That's just how it's going to go. That's how it's going to go. Finn, no, I didn't get the pizza yet. Actually, I spent that money on Arby's. I spent that money on Arby's, big boy. I'm not snowed in though. The weather's actually like lightened up a bit. You know what's really cool, and I want to go down and actually get a picture to show you guys, or video to show you guys, is I went down for a walk by the waterside tonight to try and clear my thoughts. And there's like ice and snow out on the water, and it's all moving in these like iceberg-like chunks. And it was pretty hypnotic and cool, but recording it at night seemed like an impossibility. I could just kind of make it out, but I want to go back down there during the day and figure it out, show you guys, you know? Don't cook beef to a 165. Why? Why? Beef only needs to come up to 140. Why not cook it? Why not cook it more? I don't understand. Kim does a bunch of stuff on the weekend and freezes it. It's an easy meal because you just have to heat it in a pan. That's the kind of stuff I want to do with like a slow cooker and figure it out, you know? Finn, you had a visceral reaction till you realized Canadian Arby's is good. Yes, and you know what, buddy? I used that to treat a friend as well. So it was me and my friend, thanks to you. And she originally wasn't going to get anything. She just wanted a drink, and then I was just like, here, like, I'm paying. And then she ordered a combo. And I'm like, I thought you said you weren't hungry. And she's like, I do like Arby's. So, thanks, buddy. You know what? And thanks to you, I hope that you get that Commander's plate. The one that I do not like. But I know you like it, so I hope you end up with it. Concrete, no, I don't. I don't think about good steaks. I put that completely out of my mind. Steaks are like, no, those will be like I'm going to the Shattering, and they're probably going to take me out for steak, and I'm going to love that. Like, steak will be like ultra special occasion only, you know? Jordan, can't get down with Spam, unfortunately. Ground beef, 165, but a medium steak is more like 130. Okay. All right. I mean, steak is like, I know steak is a different beast, right? So... Doomblade, you work at BJ's? I bet you do, you fucking dong sucker. I bet you work hard at BJ's. This is you at work. Oh God, there's another one coming. Working hard down at BJ's. At BJ's, yeah. I mean, I guess they don't charge you for the protein though, right? No wonder you're so fucking salty. Yeah, Finn, yep. Good knives, vacuum sealer, all that stuff. You know what? That's something that I should put on the wish list. Let me note that down. I'll look up a vacuum sealer. Because the wish list stuff can take however long it takes, right? And it also serves as a reminder to me of, I wish I had like a loose piece of paper around here. Why do I not? What the hell? Well, this'll do. Sucking unwashed dogs down at the BJ's. At the BJ's, yeah. Can't wait to go to work and wash. Have unwashed dicks in my mouth, says Doomblade. Finn, when you're doing cheap protein, steak is cheaper than chicken, especially for low quality, so you eat that. Well, I mean, a slow cooker will help sort that out, right? But if you want cheap protein, just go get a job at BJ's with Doomblade. Scarlet, what? Oh, you just realized that Canadian provinces and American states do not actually share any two-letter combinations? That is convenient, isn't it? A crock pot. That's what a slow cooker is, Jordan. A slow cooker is... Crock pot is a brand name of slow cooker. All meat is expensive. Hey, Jay, thanks, buddy. Just texted me that. That's even better. That's even better. I just text back, who the fuck are you? Don't you text me. Jess, blue rare steaks. Ew, no. 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 Medium well. That's how I like my steak. Do I want a slow cooker or an Instapot? I want a slow cooker. I don't know what an Instapot is, honestly. Is that a good thing? Because if it is and it works, I could put it on the wish list. A blender. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't have one of those either, do I? I have like nothing. I don't know what the hell an Instapot is. I'm writing it down, but I don't know what it is. A slow cooker and a crock pot are 3 different things? Fuck you, Juggler. I'm not an idiot. That's 2 different things and you're saying it's 3 things? A crock? What's the difference? This is a crock. You're a crock. Are you being real? Instapot is a pressure cooker. Aren't pressure cookers dangerous? Like, can't they just blow up or something? What's the advantage of one of those? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Oh shit, I just noticed the time. Okay, well, I guess we have reached the end of stream time, so it's time for me to get going. I mean, I guess there's not as many arbitrary reasons for it to end at this time, but, you know, probably should get some sleep and should go and have a little bit something to eat or whatever. I still have things to do around here too, so... Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. It has been an excellent time with you. Thank you for helping to distract me from some of the things that have been eating at my mind. And thanks for letting me share what's going on with me. I feel very comfortable talking to you guys. I appreciate you very much. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your evenings. And we will get back together very soon.